Hello and welcome to Gaming Granny's channel. Today we're going to be making a recipe from 7 Days to Die, pumpkin cheesecake. So let's get started. First ingredient we need is a cup of graham cracker crumbs. So we've got some graham crackers here. We're going to break them up and crush them into crumbs. This will make the pie crust. About like that. And it calls for 2 tablespoons of soft butter, and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. You need to mix this real well, blend it in. That's pretty well blended. And because we have some individuals in the family who need gluten-free, we're going to use some gluten-free golden Oreo cookies. And we'll break those up. We won't need to add sugar to these. They're plenty sweet enough, especially with the sweet cream inside of them. And we are going to put some butter in it to 1 tablespoon. And then get that all incorporated. Let's try. I don't know if it will work as well. As your graham crackers. But as long as they're well blended, they should be fine as a crust. There we go. So now what what we're going to do is press our crust into the liners. It's going to be individual servings of pumpkin cheesecake. We'll probably have enough for 2 batches. Set this aside. Okay, so you want to press them down just a little bit so that the crust is firm. The graham crackers, pat them down. Won't take much at all to get them pressed in there. Level them out. There we go. Okay, now we're going to set this aside and prepare our filling. Okay, we're back for the next part. First, go ahead now and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then you start making your filling. I have 2 pounds of cream cheese here in the bowl. That's 4 bars of cream cheese. And we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. That's as my oven is preheated. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. That's a half a teaspoon, so we're gonna okay. 1 cup and a half of sugar. A pinch of salt. Okay, so we're going to blend this a little bit. Then we're going to add the eggs. Okay, now we're going to add 4 eggs, 1 at a time. There's 1. And as you're adding your eggs, do not overmix it. this point, we are going to reduce the oven temperature to 325. It will take a little bit for the temperature to lower. Fill them about halfway, each one. We'll set that aside for a minute. Bring this back over here. And we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. Calls for, oops, better back up here. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Fourth a teaspoon of nutmeg. So we'll just use our half a teaspoon, but only put a fourth in there. There we go. Pumpkin puree. You need a whole cup of pumpkin puree. Okay, now we'll blend this together. Okay, so now you put a drop or two there. And then you get yourself a toothpick, a skewer, or butter knife, and you just swirl this around. Incorporating it somewhat. And now we're ready to put it in the oven. The one thing about this cheesecake recipe, you need to make a bain-marie, which is a water bath. You boil some water. You put a baking sheet pan of some sort into the oven. Pour some boiling water, maybe an inch or less, depending on the depth of your pan, and then you set your cupcakes in there. Move the kettle baking sheet. And be very careful of the boiling water. And here's our cupcakes. We're going to sit them down in a pan. And they bake for about 60 to 70 minutes. You check to see if they're done, if they are firm, and you can dip a toothpick in and it comes out fairly clean. Thank you for visiting Gaming Granny's channel. This is Gaming Granny saying bye for now.
Granny's in the parlor, sipping on her tea. Controller in her hand, she's a gaming prodigy. Zombies at the door, looking for a snack. But Granny's got a shotgun and she ain't looking back. Honorary legend with her floral dress. Each zombie she defeats adds to her stress. Invite them in for scones or blast them right away. Granny's got her own rules for how to play.